Want to bring
Hey,
a
Jake,
ringer
hey,
in
Jake.
to take the kid out?
Hey, Jake. Anderson's out. Anderson Silva's out. Jake? Jake? Jake?
Yo, what's good guys? So I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about Jake Paul and Dana White. So Dana White was asked a question about Anderson Silva's performance, and Dana White was like, Jake Paul should fight Anderson Silva. And Dana White was making fun of Jake Paul, saying he fights bad fighters, and he said Anderson Silva would be a good fight. But Dana White said Jake Paul is scared to fight Anderson Silva, and he was just talking about it the whole time. And I'm going to play the clip now, guys.
Just jumping on that, I guess since you ended with the Jake Paul, I guess I'll start with that, even though I wasn't going to bring it up. George Masvidal was kind of jawing back and forth with him.
Masvidal's under contract with me.
Well, you said he is under contract.
Yeah.
Right, that's the thing, and you got Jake over here just saying, well, just get Dana, let you out. Let Dana, let you fight him. Is at some point, do you want to bring a ringer in to take the kid out?
Hey, Jake. Anderson's out. Anderson Silva's out. Jake? Jake? Jake?
Alright guys, after you watch that clip, after a few hours, Jake Paul reacted to it and he said history writes itself. So by that I think he means that he's probably going to beat Anderson Silva, because Jake Paul was on the Narc podcast, or no, he was in another podcast, and he said he doesn't want to fight Anderson Silva because he thinks he will beat him, and Anderson Silva is too old. That's what Jake Paul said. But he said Anderson Silva was one of his favorite fighters, and if that fight does happen, it would actually be a good fight for Jake Paul, because Anderson Silva, he's actually a good boxer. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a really good MMA fighter as well, and Jake Paul's a good fighter as well. But if it does happen, I'll be honest, I got Jake Paul winning, because Anderson Silva's kind of old, but who knows, Anderson Silva's really good. He can knock Jake Paul out and it'll be over. So both of them have a good chance of winning. And yeah, after Jake Paul wrote that, we haven't heard anything from Dana White. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Subscribe.